I'm coming to me. I feel like there's just pieces, like just showing pieces. You know what I'm saying? I do feel like there's just like fragmented pieces of you, just finding its space, finding its way through the mess. It's a mess. Trust me and believe me. You don't even gotta explain. I know it's a fucking mess, right? But there is a method to the madness. And trust me, I'm right there with you, just wading through it. Wading through the water. Slowing it down. Sometimes you really just gotta slow it down, because if you try to rush, you might sink. And that's what I'm feeling. I literally saw the scene from like the teacup from Get Out, and literally like tap tap tap, whoosh, and it's like, yeah, if you step on the wrong thing, the wrong landmine, it could blow you up. You know what I'm saying? Type. So really, just taking your time. No rushing. You don't gotta rush to understand. It's like, oh, I just want the answers. I just want to understand so bad. Like, just tell me what's going on. What is this? It is so frustrating. You're allowed to feel that way. You're allowed to feel all the feelings. Don't disregard no feeling that come up. Not one of them. Trust me, this full moon is reaching deep down and in there and is pulling it out. So if you're questioning it, it's meant for you to sit with it just for a little while. I came to y'all bare-faced, bare naked. There's a black ant crawling. Big old black ant crawling on my thing. Spiritual meaning for black ants. You gotta testify. Okay? You gotta testify. You gotta test to fly. Before you can go flying somewhere, there has to be a test done. And I'm saying that for airplanes, for free falling. I'm saying test to fly. Before birds take their first flight, they test it first. So things are being tested. Don't forget that you are worthy. The struggle, with acceptance coming through animosity, because you're like, how do you accept if you're still upset by it? It doesn't accepting mean that you're over it. That does not mean that you're over it. To accept means that you've voluntarily, willingly participated in receiving this experience. That's what you're accepting. To get over something, do some cord cutting rituals. Do some spiritual requirements. Spiritually required maintenance through acceptance. You're gonna know what that means. Condom. To wrap it up, to explore. Base needs. Thinking about the root chakra. Feeling safe. Safety precautions. So establishing spiritual maintenance to protect your essence through this grounding, rerouting experience. So it's like the new ways to ground. Through new ways, things that were just coping mechanisms for one point, you're now intentionally setting the ways that you want this grounding technique to pursue strength, wisdom, vitality unto you. 446. Don't deregulate yourself. Don't it's almost like the words I don't want to say, they don't makes sense, but I'm going to try to explain it. So to garner your self-control, sometimes you're going to need to focus on those parts of yourself to give yourself anxiety, anxiousness to fulfill. Because if you feel no motivation, there's no motivator, then you're not going to garner self-control towards that. You're just going to be like so willy-nilly, no boundaries. But if you have a step forward, you know what this place that it has in your life, the role that it plays, then you can set boundaries and continue to find direction through that source of energy. That source of information is what I want to say. So, to remove the mask, recognize yourself, and don't put that mask back on to safety and protocol. You understand, I took the mask off, so now I see this is why I do the things I do. This is the things that I represent. These are my core values. So don't question them. So if fear is something that you hold and you carry through your experiences, do accept to recognize that fear is a part of you. Why that fear is there, those are for your own reasons. But don't put it down. Don't put that fear down, thinking, I don't need to be afraid. Oh, I'm fearless. Yes, you can feed yourself those things, those energies, but the intention behind that. Do I want to feel fear when there is no reason to fear? No, I don't. Do I want to feel fear when there is a reason to fear? Yes, because you want your body responses to be accurate to the forces that surround you so that you can make the best decision, the better decision. Okay? So in another video, I may put them together, but I did speak about the fear responses. And so if fawning is something that you do to attempt to override the system so that you don't be harmed, don't put yourself down for that. And I know that feels like a weakness, but you have to understand that you have been in danger for far so long. Your nervous system has been through violence, trauma, okay? Abuse. So it's going to be reacting to things through fear. Now, those things that caused you trauma and those things that abused you and those, people, situations, those things, should they still be around? Yes, your body is still going to attempt to protect you. So that is a good thing. Keep that down. It's almost like your spirit's telling you to tower moment. It's saying, give into the fear. Trust it. Because you're in dangerous situations, dangerous waters. Now, you don't need to be in fear that you're going to be harmed due to the fact that your angels have represented fear to be released. Your angels, they scare people from hurting you. And this might sound like a joke to some people, but to those who know and understand, angels don't play. And when you, ancestor revocation, when you invoke those angels and those ancestors and you give them a opportunity to come in to save you, they will do it. If you telling them, I'm good, ancestors, I'm good, angels, I love this life, I'm good here, they're going to be like, okay. But if you're like, I need help, if you're like, I don't need to be here, if you're like, bruh, this is dangerous, and I just want to know that y'all are here to support me, And they're letting you know the signs are there. Black truck just slowly went back behind me. Just like, don't worry about it. You see a black cat? Don't worry about it. You see a rare bird? Don't worry about it. Because you asked for your ancestral support. So we're going to show you what that means. And they're thugging. They some gangsters out here. They was gangsters in real life and they gangsters in the afterlife too. So they don't need to be afraid. Okay? But they know why you're in fear, because you're in danger. But it's not the danger of, oh, do something to get the fuck out of here. No, it's like, trust in your guides. Because this is spiritual. There may be some physical things that you can see, but I'm trusting that most of the threats are very covert. They're very hidden. They're very, you know what I'm saying, mental games, mental psychological type of shit. Emotional. There might not be physical that you can like attribute to. That's violence. That is harm. That is danger. So it could be perceived through your spirit, your emotions, your emotional intellect that knows and understands that I continue in this situation. This is what I know can happen. Somebody may have had mothers that would overreact to certain things. So it's just like, in that overreaction was the trauma that they caused onto you. That overreaction could have been stripping you away from everything that you've known and flying you somewhere else, so far from home you couldn't even look back to see it. That's what I'm saying. Like, separating you from things due to their overreaction. That can be traumatizing. You know what I'm saying? So there might not be a physical act. They might not be beating you down, but they still have the power and authority to cause trauma onto you should they feel the need to. And that can be dangerous for people who are unwell, okay? Mentally, emotionally. So that could be the type of danger that I'm seeing that's surrounding you, and your angels are like, we are going to take care of it. We're taking care of it. 12/24. This month is something serious. Something's happening tomorrow. In the next 24 hours, you're going to see reveal of something, the revelation. December 24th will also mean something. And that's going to be 20 days, 21 days, 21 days, 21 days. So I've been listening to a lot of subliminal type things, positive affirmations. So if you want to start that 21-day effort to program your mind to a certain ability, which is transmutation, that could be working. That could be something that's working right now, something that you're doing. Tick, 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 tick. Just stay, don't even have to force it. Yeah, I'm going to pull my phone out. I'm going to listen to some subliminals for 30 minutes or maybe even 5 minutes. You know what I'm saying? Whatever it takes to get you into a center of peace for the moment. Because you're going to need that peace, that grounding information to understand that you don't need to react. That's the whole vibe. You don't need to react. Patience. Slow down. Your angels are going to come through for you. That's because they are real. And they asked you to let me help you. They said, I'm trying to help you. Let me help you. Help? Yes, we can guarantee that. Okay? I don't want you to feel like this is fake. The angels aren't going to come answer my questions or give me resource or none of that, because that's not true. Don't feed yourself those lies. Okay? I know it can feel overwhelming to be in the synergy of change. To trust that things are going to change. It can feel overwhelming to trust that things are going to change. But that overwhelming need is a responsibility. That's your responsibility to not give into despair, to not give into de-alignment. You want to stay aligned, stay in the flow, okay? Things get heavy, they get hard, they get rushed. So when things get heavy and they get hard, you slow down. You're going to need to slow down because that's who you are, the chosen one, Chosen one, slow down. I know you got stuff to do. I know you got a doctor's appointment. I know you want to go do some readings. I know you got clientele. I know you got to go to work. I know you got to do all these things to get ready for your bedtime routine. I know you got to take care of the kids. I know you got to cook. You got to clean. You got to go wash your car. I know it's so much stuff that we got to do. But you know what's the most important thing up there? Attitude, redirection, self-care. Self-care. Resting. Trust me, I know that's hard. But resting. And these, the fawning, the attempts to survive through your struggle by just give them what they want so they leave me alone just for a second. You know what I'm saying? I know that they're in my energy to be all up in my frequency because their lives are just so miserable. And the fawn attempts is just to keep them from exploding so you don't have to deal with the pickup of that mess. So you don't have to take on the blame. Oh, they talked to me this way, or they ignored me, or they looked at me funny, or they did this. Like, you literally in your own zone, I'm saying. But you have to fawn these people. Otherwise, they're going to feel like you're just the most miserable fucking link. And you don't want to give nothing to nobody. You're so fucking selfish. And I just can't stand it. I hate it. Why do they act like that? They're poison. They're toxic. And you're like, why do I act like that? Do you hear yourself? You know what I'm saying? That's what, and you're like, I'm avoiding the big blow up. I don't want to deal with that. I'm going to let the angels deal with that. But you're looking at that fawning like, oh my God, what the fuck is wrong with me? Why can't I just not care? Because you're not the type of person that can just not care. That's why. And when people tell you to shut up, you listen. Because you're not the type of person to want to be a burden, to feel like a burden, to feel like you're burdening someone. Yes, these are all very dangerous to your mental health. And so I know that you're like, but if I keep doing that, if I keep fawning, if I keep freezing, if I keep representing fear, then what's going to happen to me? What is going to happen to my mental health? Please have patience. No matter what, even if you were far away from these people, you would still be dealing with the effects of the trauma. You would still be finding yourself doing fawning attempts and just not understanding. You know what I'm saying? But at least here, you get to understand this is what my body does when it's feeling a certain type of way towards certain people. So when God comes to change everything, and I'm saying to replace all the fear with love, with equal reciprocity to your synergy, exploring, demanding faith, love, remarkability, yeah, you're going to be like, okay, that gut-wrenching feeling deep within your soul is going to be removed, lifted. It's going to feel so clear there. You're not going to feel nothing but freedom. So give it time. Because, you spent 20, 30 years, maybe even if you're like a teenager, you still spent all this time through the abuse, through the trauma. Okay? And I'm thinking maybe it wasn't like family that traumatized you. I'm literally seeing police officers. I'm seeing trauma through cops. I'm seeing band-aids on a situation that really needed surgery. I'm seeing trees trying to gather towards you to heal you. They're like, just cover them up and just heal them with the love. So to know and understand your progress, your walking progress, you're making day by day steps. So don't beat yourself up. Okay? Balance yourself through. Don't beat yourself up. Balance yourself through. Okay? Don't beat yourself up. I'm supposed to be here. I am this. I am that. So why is this happening? Why am I dealing with this? If I'm here, why should I deal with this shit that's down here? Don't beat yourself up. Don't beat yourself up. You're going to rise symbolically up. You don't got to beat yourself to it. You don't got to beat yourself to it. You don't got to beat yourself to make an A. You know what I'm saying? That's some shadow work. That's some shit that, you had to really fight through some shit to survive, to receive love. And I'm saying the survival is just about you wasn't getting no love, no affection. So you're like, and I need that to survive. And this is a child. This is a child that needs nurturing. Okay? To an adult, but I'm like, that child still dealt with that shit. Yes, you might be 30 years removed from being a child. But I'm saying with confidence, that shit's still in there. The trauma is still in there, repeating itself over and over. That this is going to happen to you. This is going to happen to you. Don't beat yourself up. Balance yourself through. You got to go through it. Imagine like a paper airplane and you just, and it's going through. It ain't going to win if it go up. If it goes up, guess what? It's going to nose dive down. But if you just, and it just stays gliding, it's going to land safely somewhere.